Hi, I'm Scott Humphrey, CEO of the World Floor Covering Association, and this is Leadership Live. Thank you for joining me. If you're a regular viewer of this segment, you realize that it comes out on Friday morning, and I've told you before, I often shoot it on Wednesday or Thursday, but not this week. I'm shooting this on Monday, the day before our national elections. If you know anything about me, I'm a political junkie. I will stay up all night on Tuesday night watching the election results to see how the balance of power plays out in our amazing, amazing country. Fascinates me. But don't worry, this segment is not about the national election. It's about the vote that happens for you on a daily basis. Years ago, I attended a leadership seminar out in Texas, out on a ranch. I won't give you a lot of the details about this because hopefully you'll get an opportunity to do it sometime, but I will tell you there was one segment toward the end of our multiple days there where they came in and said, listen, there's going to be a major national disaster, and when there is, only two of you can survive. And with that in play, we need you to sit down and to decide which two of you, and there are about 20 of us there, will get to live and who will have to die. It was an amazing event for me. It still shakes me a little bit thinking about that, because what I remember thinking was if I had known people would be voting for whether I lived or I died, I would have made sure every interaction mattered. Stunning, isn't it, to think that people are voting for you, maybe not as an office holder, but they're voting for you to be the best father you can be, or the best spouse, community leader, church leader, mother, boss, leadership guru, whatever it may be. There is a vote that takes place, and there are really three criteria, maybe more, but three that stand out to me that will determine how people vote. One is the standard that you have set. Have you set the bar high enough that people respect the fact that you are willing to live there? That you set a standard for you that maybe is not the norm, that is above the norm, with your integrity, with your work ethic, whatever it might be. The second thing they'll vote on are your past successes. Do you have a proven pathway to success where people would look at it and say, wow, I admire the effort that went into that. I admire the result for that. And then the last one is the story. Now I'll go back to the national election for just a moment. Most people won't dive as deeply as I do into the issues that will determine who they select for congressman, senator, president. Most of us just simply evaluate the story that we hear. And one of the things that becomes very evident through a national election is that you're telling your own story, but you're also having your story told by the opposing party. You'll notice that there is national media and there is advertising galore, especially in swing states, where you're trying to tell your story, but immediately following that ad is an ad by your opponent talking about you being just the opposite. You've heard me share before about how important it is to tell your story, and if you're not telling your story, somebody else is telling it for you, and you probably won't like the story that they're telling. As a leader, it is vital that you are telling your story, that you're living a story worth telling, and that you set the standard high enough that people will respect that. I challenge you. Understand that every interaction is a potential vote for whether they'll come into your business again, for whether they'll listen to your advice again, for whether they will let you lead. So treat every interaction as if it matters. Respect the person at the convenience store, at the gas station, wherever it may be. Treat them like they're the most important person you can be with, because you can only be present at one place at a time. Be there, actively locked in. Set the standard high. Share your proven successes and tell your story. Then you're ready to go out there and lead.